Britain in the 1950s. A time of ration books, stiff upper lips, and the occasional deep trust in the BBC. People still wrote letters by hand, believed everything David Attenborough said, and thought pasta was exotic. Which brings us to April 1st, 1957, the day the BBC harvested spaghetti. From trees, in Switzerland, and thousands of perfectly serious viewers believed every noodle-draped word. The British Broadcasting Corporation wasn't just a TV station, it was the voice of truth. News anchors sounded like posh robots with a trust fund. If the BBC said Winston Churchill had wrestled a bear in Parliament, the public might have written him a thank you letter. In 1957, they aired a beloved news documentary programme called Panorama. Think of it as 60 Minutes, but with more tweed and fewer explosions. The prank segment opened with serene footage of a family in southern Switzerland harvesting spaghetti from trees. Deadpan narration explained that a mild winter and elimination of the spaghetti weevil had led to an abundant harvest. The narrator, Richard Dimbleby, the voice of the BBC, war reporter, national icon, sounded like he'd never laughed in his life. Viewers didn't laugh either, because they didn't realise it was a joke. In 1957, spaghetti wasn't exactly a pantry staple in the UK. Imported pasta was still a novelty. Most people had only seen spaghetti canned in tomato sauce. Cooking it at home? Unthinkable, mysterious, foreign. So when the BBC said it grew on trees, people just accepted it. That night, the BBC received hundreds of calls, not complaints, questions. Where can I get a spaghetti tree? What soil does it like? How much should I water it? This wasn't prank hysteria. This was honest horticultural interest. The BBC's switchboard nearly melted. Staff reportedly gave playful advice like, place a strand of spaghetti in a tin of tomato sauce and hope for the best. No one called them liars. No one accused them of trickery. This was Britain. And Britain, in 1957, did not expect satire on the news. The mastermind, Charles de Jager, a BBC cameraman who remembered his schoolteacher mocking students by saying, "You'd believe spaghetti grows on trees." So, he made that dream a reality. He filmed the entire sequence with just 100 yells, borrowed costumes, and a very convincing Swiss backdrop. Actually filmed in southern England. Dimbleby agreed to narrate, only if it wasn't silly. Mission accomplished. Some viewers found it hilarious. Others were deeply confused. A few wrote angry letters, but most people were simply bewildered. This wasn't a gotcha prank. This was wholesome mischief delivered in velvet tones. Some historians even call it the world's first televised April Fool's hoax, and arguably the most polite. The hoax revealed something deeper, just how unfamiliar the British public was with global cuisine in the 1950s. Pasta, pizza, garlic, these weren't daily foods. They were European, suspicious, slippery, possibly witchcraft. It took time and a lot of Italian restaurants to undo that. But the spaghetti tree hoax became a moment of self-aware hilarity for the UK, and a soft reminder. Don't believe everything with a BBC logo. So, what's the legacy of the Great Pasta Prank? Well, it's now media folklore. It's in history books. And it might just be the last time people were duped by a news broadcast and laughed instead of rioted. Next time someone forwards you a wild claim, ask yourself, is it true or is it just beautifully cooked nonsense? Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to water my macaroni bush. End credits roll over the sound of bubbling tomato sauce and soft Italian mandolin.